Alright. Give me a second here. I think my Game Pass ran out, so in addition to... Oops, let me mute that. In addition to posting, um, that, like, I'm live, I'm gonna have to, to sort that out. Um, alright, yeah, I think Fallout had a new update. Let me just see something. I have to sign in, of course I do. I know there's, security reasons, but, like, it kind of annoys me when sites sign you out, like, automatically, you know. Like I said, you know, I get the security thing, and if it was, like, within a reasonable amount of time, I think it wouldn't be bad. Um, but, like, sometimes I'll sign in, and then literally in, like, less than 24 hours, it will, like, sign me out of whatever I signed into, which is kind of annoying. Ace of Venus. Xbox, indeed. So yeah, it's gonna probably take me a while to actually play something, because I have to, like, you know, see if I can get something here for Game Pass. Wallet. Alright. Game Pass. Let's filter price. Um, Why isn't that showing up? I think that's just currency. Alright, yeah, it seems like there isn't really anything, like, good. At least just, like, looking at this from the very start. Um... Because right now I'm not even, like, seeing any, like, good codes. It's like they're all basically regular price. Um... Is it gonna let me, like, search by region? Um... Let's see if this makes a difference. Um... Yeah, just like scrolling through here, and yeah, there isn't really any like codes. I mean, I guess I could also look at like G2A. But these aren't really like good deals. Maybe let me check. But yeah, it doesn't really look like there's anything. Let me see if they have any codes for like Turkey. They do. That's kind of like a ripoff. before you could like get a key for like really really cheap. Um, just trying to see here. Party animals. Oh, there isn't even a description. I think this is like almost like a ripoff of Gang Beasts. There's like other games like that too, I think. They're just like straight up like ripoffs, basically. Um. Anyway, yeah, maybe let me check G2A and see if there's a code. G2A. Xbox Game Pass. See if we can find anything like decent. This one looks interesting. Um, Alright, I'll just go with this one. Yeah, and maybe let me sign in first. Sign in. I need to see if I even like remember my email. G2A. Alright. I know what email it is now at the very least. But yeah, again, sorry for the delay. It's like I can't even like really play anything until I get this set up, just because I think even though I own Minecraft, it's like to play online on Xbox, you still need Xbox Live Gold. So because my Game Pass Ultimate ran out, it's like I don't have Game Pass and I don't have like gold. So even though I'd be able to like boot up Minecraft, I wouldn't be able to join the server, which you know obviously is pretty bad. All right, that's a cart. Currency CAD change. Yeah, and actually, it might not be good to do that. The thing was set to USD, so give me a second. I want to see if there's like a better offer. Seven CAD. Yeah, so far these aren't really very good. I might just have to go with what I was looking at before. Alright, I think these are, like, bad overall. Where's Turkey? 1 month. I guess I'll just get, like, the 3 months. It's, like, a little bit, a little bit cheaper, I guess. Continue to payment. Let's do Apple Pay. Ooh. Um, alright, let's see what we got. Copy. Alright, Xbox.com. Let me turn on my VPN real quick on my phone. Um, Server Turkey. You know, it's funny because like normally when I think about like not going online, I just think like, oh, you're not like streaming, so it's like, you're not sort of getting the opportunity to like grow, and then also I'm paying to keep the server up, so then it's like kind of wasteful in that sense. But now I'm thinking also one thing I never really like think about is um it's even like more wasteful because with Game Pass Ultimate, like if I'm not like playing, it's like kind of wasting that too. Because I think last time I was actually on my my Xbox, it said that we had like 3 days left of Game Pass, and I log on today and it's like out, so it's like I'm not really keeping very good track of what days I'm kind of on and which days I'm off. Just oh, what do we have here? The graphics of that like thumbnail look like really bad, but with Halloween approaching, it could be pretty interesting, to check out some spooky games. But honestly, I'd probably just want to like play Resident Evil if I was interested in playing something. Like was kind of like giving off that vibe. I don't know what's going up with Microsoft. It's like I'm trying to sign in, and it's like I wasn't really looking at my phone. It's like I was already signed in, I think, and then now it's like prompting me to sign in again for some odd reason. And because I'm in my basement, plus I have a VPN on my phone, it's kind of like brutal trying to do this because it's like kind of laggy because like there's a delay. I just what the hell just happened? Oh my goodness. This ultimate 30 months. Continue. All right. Um. I just want to see if it actually updated already. Also, just realized we did drop a little bit of frames when I wasn't really paying attention. Whoops, did not mean to do that. All right, turn off auto renew. It looks like we do have the thing though, so maybe let me just start loading up. Dude, I like it. Okay, hang on. Let me turn off the VPN. I don't know if that would make a difference. Like honestly, Microsoft like really pisses me off, and like other companies do that stupid shit too, where it's like they're so desperate to like keep you from turning off auto renew. Like it's just like kind of pathetic. You know, perfect example is recently I had Amazon Prime, and it's like when you go to turn off auto renew, the first like two screens that you go through, they basically word it as if like you cancel now, you instantly lose like access to like all your benefits. So they try to like prevent you from turning off auto renew as long as possible. And then like after you get through the two screens where like they word it as if, you know, you're about to like lose all your benefits like instantly, then it's like, oh, you sure you want to go? And it's just like you have to go through so many screens and so much like BS just to actually like turn off auto renew. It's just like really stupid. All right, let me refresh this. Game Pass. Okay, there we go. Auto renew is off. Um, so November 24th is when it expires. I'm probably gonna have to renew it anyway. Um, sorry, I'm just like leaving a review for the key because yeah, it got sent instantly, worked no problems. It's like, you know, it's good because I hate when that happens when like the two key sites that I always use. Um, Let me restart the server because it said we couldn't join, so I'm assuming it's like having problems. Um, but the two key sites I use are GameFlip and G2A, and even though usually GameFlip has like cheaper keys, a lot of the time you run into problems where like people list keys that don't work. I think like almost deliberately, because you know I guess they're worried that that what do you call it? I think they're worried that that people will like get the key and charge back or something. Um, so like they'll list a key, even though it's like even if it's sometimes listed as like instant deliver, they'll they'll list a key that that doesn't work on purpose, and then like you have to reach out and be like, "Yo, what the hell is happening?" So because maybe like they're like, "Oh, you're a bot or something," so it's like really stupid and everything. Chat. Uh, dude, like what is happening with this chat window? Like, oh my god, man. That's the annoying thing about streaming sometimes. Um, hide commands, show platform icon, design, transparent. And old messages. Alright, that's how you know I haven't been on in a while. Um, those sniffers are like really, really loud. It's like you can hear them all the way from like the boat. Um, I'm assuming there isn't really anything here just because, you know, if I had to take a guess, probably almost like no one's been on. I'm just like assuming that, but you know, I think that's like a reasonable assumption. Alright, so let me do this. Copy. Hang on, kick alerts. Let me rename this. Rename. Internet cap. Oh, okay, I see. I'm just gonna remove that. PC game audio. Overlay, black box. Let's do a browser. Multi-chat. Let me just do 1280 by 720. Oh, that's something. Multi-chat. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh yeah, now I see why. It never accepted the link. Alright, hang on, give me a second. It's funny, at this point we're mainly just like spending time converting stuff. Let me just do test. Okay, I see, I see. Um, do, 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 do. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to adjust this. Let me just do default. default, and then... let me turn off screen chat. Alright, hang on. Let me, do that again. I think I wanna maybe get rid of the hype by, like, half. 300. How does that look? Maybe let me get rid of, a little bit more. I like how I'm, like, spamming the chat. Hang on, let me do it again. Yeah, did I lower it? Okay. I do 400. How does that look? Okay, I think 400 is like too low, so I think we'll maybe just stick with 300. And then let me do a test from here. I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, see, it didn't even like work. Even kick. Hmm. Chatbot. Or widgets. Chat. Yeah, it should be working. I just don't know why it isn't. Test 2. Okay, screen chat if I turn that. Okay, yeah, so I don't know why, but for some reason the Botrix one isn't let me, I guess, turn that preview off. For some reason Botrix isn't showing other platforms. I'll maybe have to look into that after. Alright. But yeah, I had the server manager open, and you could see right here, like, the person that joined, they were clearly hacking, so I just, like, banned them. You can tell, like, with that many, like, flags in such a short time after they joined, that, like, they were clearly hacking, like, using cheats and stuff, so... Normally I kind of, I'm trying to think, actually... Okay, never mind. I think I remember how to get to, where we need to go. Normally I just kind of, like, at first give, like, a bit of a, like, verbal kind of like a warning, you know what I mean? Like being like, oh, obviously, if you read the rules, like the cheats aren't allowed, so then, we normally like give them the opportunity to like stop using them, and then if they want to like, play legit, then they're welcome to. But yeah. I don't know that username, it almost does seem familiar. I don't know if they were on the server before or not, but regardless, it's like, to be honest, I'm not really in the mood for dealing with that stuff, As I was just saying with, ooh. As I was just saying with the server rules is, that, when you join, you have to accept them, and, like, it straight up says, like, no cheating or whatever. Oh, wow, look at that, we just got a Witherhead. I don't know if someone was actually expanding this, like, more recently. But, yeah, I thought this was already finished, so it's kind of, like, weird seeing, a piece of the fortress not there. Like, I don't know if it was like that, and I just haven't been into the Nether for a while, because I haven't been into the Nether for a while, so I just don't know if I'm, like, not remembering, like, the way it used to be. Or if someone actually did log in at some point and, tried, like, changing some stuff. Because I think, oh, wow, look, we actually got 2 Witherheads. That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, the reason why I say that is just because, what do you call it? Like, I know while I was working on my base, because we've been working on it for so many weeks, I know that, like, at some point there would be people that would, like, say they were going to the Nether for stuff, so I'm assuming, there is at least the possibility that, that someone actually was trying to get stuff from the Nether. Also, I don't have blocks, so let's see if we can get some netherrack here. We're mainly trying to just get netherite here. Explosives are turned off, so it's kind of like difficult to actually get netherite. I think in some ways we'd honestly be, like, better off just trying to get netherite from, like, bastions, because that's probably, even though it would probably take more time, it'd probably be a bit more enjoyable, because we'd be, like, exploring the Nether, and, like, fighting stuff as well, instead of, just, like, digging here. But this way is, like, obviously a lot safer, so it probably is still worth doing. Because we even have, like, the extra precaution of having fire resistance potions. Even if we didn't have fire resistance, we'd probably still be okay. Just trying to get the gold out of the way here. But yeah, I was hoping to come on earlier in the day, but unfortunately had some stuff going on at my place. We were getting our roof, like, sort of repaired, or, like, the tiles kind of, like, swapped out because they were, like, super old. But the problem with that is, like, it was, like, going on for a really long time. Like, I went to sleep, because, my sleep schedule is, like, really messed up, so I forget exactly what time I went to sleep at, but I almost want to say, I think it might have been around, like, 6. Maybe a bit earlier, maybe a bit later. Holy crap, look at all this lava. But yeah, I think I went to bed around, like, 6 or something. And then I woke up at, like, 8 because there was, like, a lot of noise outside, and then it turns out it was the people. Because, like, they didn't give, like, an exact day, they just gave like, a range of days, and then being like, oh yeah, we'll show up on, like, one of the days within this time frame. So I guess, they chose, now yesterday as the day to do it. So it's like I got woken up, like, from a lot of, like, yelling and, like, banging from hammers and like their truck and all this stuff, and they were like doing like all that work throughout the day, and I think they finished. Well, I went to I was while they were finishing up, and they were making a lot less noise. I ended up going to sleep around like 4 or 5 p.m. But then, yeah, it was going on all day, so I basically couldn't come on earlier. Ace of Pizza. Yeah, if you want to join, do exclamation mark join in the chat. It will give you the server info if you're interested. Let me just pop that out. So yeah, unfortunately because of that, I couldn't come on earlier in the day, but I am on now. Also, yeah, this lava is very persistent. So far, no netherite, but... Oh, did I jinx it? Oh, never mind. I thought we saw some. I hate, like, how the fire lasts so long. It's just, like, so stupid. We even have fire resistance potions, and, like, we still have that stupid animation on the screen. With the fire, it's just so annoying. I'm probably gonna stop once my pickaxe gets to, like, half durability, or, like, a little bit less than that. Because, if we need it for something, I want to, like, have it ready to go. Seems like a kind of, like, a bad area. Because we haven't found any netherite. Oh, there we go. Yay! Now I'm happy. Let me just get rid of the gold nuggets. Alright, so, let me, like, dig around here. Maybe we can get lucky, but that was our first ancient debris that we found on this, sort of mining expedition. I'm hoping we can get some more, because, I want to put netherite on my helmet and our shovel. I don't think I'm going to bother putting it on the axe, because we don't even really use an axe very often. So I probably won't bother with that. Also, thanks for following, Pizza Pro. I appreciate it. But I think once we're done in the nether, I'll probably work on my base. Because, yeah, I want to finish that. I should also have probably checked the smelter to see, like, if any progress was made in, like, converting the clay into bricks. But I'm hopeful that we can finish the floor at some point. Like, I don't know if we have enough clay to finish it in our auto smelter, but I hope we do. Because it's kind of annoying having to collect the clay all the time. I was gonna fill in the floor to, like, make it easier to walk on instead of, you know, you having to, like, jump around. But, I don't really think it matters. We're not really here to make this look, like, nice. We're just here to, like, find netherite. So, it probably won't make too much of a difference. I just kind of wish that the netherite wasn't as rare. Also, Buttnip, thanks for following. I appreciate it. Oh, I was about to say, like, you know, I wish we were finding some more. My thoughts, kind of manifested there. So if I remember correctly, I think you need 4 netherite, or, well, 4 ancient debris, and then you can make like 4 netherite scrap, and then you can make 1 netherite ingot, so we almost have enough to upgrade 1 piece of gear. I'm kind of hoping we can upgrade both of them, but, you know, our pickaxe is approaching half durability, and, you know, I think we might get lucky and get enough to upgrade at least one thing, which I would go with the helmet. But, yeah, I kind of want to upgrade the shovel, too. Not that it really makes a difference. But I feel like that's more of like kind of like a flex, you know, having like all netherite gear, because at the moment we still have stuff that's like kind of missing from our like sort of completed set. Oh. Oh. I didn't realize our potion ran out. I don't know if this will work. From the nether, but I'll set it today, just so that way if you're, struggling with the skeletons and, like, other mobs, hopefully, it helps, but considering you just died again, I don't know if it just hadn't died, or maybe it doesn't work from the nether. I don't know if the times are kind of different in the nether and the overworld, because I know obviously there's the block difference. Where, you know, like, if you go, I think it's like 1 block in the nether, isn't it like 8 blocks or like 10 blocks or something in the overworld? So I know it's like a bit different in that sense, but I'm curious if like the time is different as well. I would say probably not, but obviously I don't know. So, I mean, maybe it is, actually. Come on, I'm hoping just one more, like, piece of netherite. Oh, lava. I really hate that fire animation. It takes up way too much of the screen, and the thing I find, like, most annoying about it is that, like, we literally have fire resistance, and we're still getting that, animation on the screen. I find that, like, kind of dumb, you know? I just wish that there was a way to kind of avoid having that, like, pop up, because it's just so annoying, like, seeing it on the screen. Yeah, our pickaxe is kind of getting, like, demolished here a little bit. Also, I just realized, not that it was really a crazy amount of XP, but for the auto smelter, if we use it for stuff, we won't get XP from cooking it, which is, like, you know, a little bit unfortunate. Doesn't really matter, because we can always go to, like, a mob farm or something. But sometimes you would get, like, a decent amount of XP if I, like, went on, like, a huge mining trip. Because sometimes I'd come back with, like, over 9 stacks of iron. You know, that's, like, pretty significant when you, cook it in a furnace. I don't know how we haven't found another piece in, like, forever. I see some piglins. Those are probably going to attack us because we don't have gold. Nah, it doesn't really look like anything. Let's see if we can get something over here, maybe. Closer to the entrance. But yeah, you can see our pickaxe is like really low. I'm just gonna split this. Trying to repair our pickaxe. I don't really know if that made much of a difference, but because it has mending, the XP repairs it a little bit. I did see, like, the animation go off of it, like, receiving a little bit of durability. Actually, I think it did repair it a decent bit. Let me just run through here, quickly grab some of this. I don't know if I'll ever end up using nether quartz, but maybe we can find a way to implement it somewhere in our base or something. Oh, here we go. Nice. So, we have 5, so we can upgrade a 1 piece of armor. I'm sure I probably maybe even have, like, some netherite scraps left over somewhere. Like, I don't know if it's enough to, like, get the second piece of gear done as well, but, I feel like we probably have some laying around somewhere. Alright. Also, the nether quartz is clearly repairing the pickaxe, because after we've destroyed, like, a handful of, what do you call it? The nether quartz pockets, you can see our pickaxe durability. I mean, you know, it's, like, very quickly falling again, but it, like, went up to, like, almost, I think, double of what it was before we started breaking the nether quartz. So, clearly does make a difference, even if it's, like, not a huge difference. Or, you know, at the very least, if we're, like, immediately chipping away at it again. Alright, I think that's probably okay. I'm just gonna use, like, T-port to get out of here. T-port. Also, speaking of which, I wanted to see for T-port. Back TP, public, settings, main layout. Well, okay. I just wanted to go through that really quick, and I'm actually kind of surprised. Like, it's cut off. You can see it says select a player, or T-port, and it says like one of, and it doesn't even like show how many are left. I mean, it says right +3. I don't know if that's like the max. Or whatever, but yeah, there actually is what do you call it, like a lot of people listed in this thing, because I think when I added the plugin, it didn't show immediately like everyone that had previously joined the server, so I think like everyone listed there now has like joined after I've added the plugin for T-port, so you can see like there's literally multiple like pages of people, and I think each page what do you call it, has 7 like rows of players. I mean, you know, the first row for the first page has like a couple public ones that I've listed there, but it's still crazy that there's like multiple pages. What do we have in here? 2. So I was right about, yeah, let me pull out my pickaxe here. But yeah, I was right about having a bit of extra netherite scraps laying around. You can see the pickaxe is like getting a lot of durability back, which is nice. Let's make all gold, all iron. Alright, give me a second, put that in there. Let me just check out the sniffers, see if they have anything. Oh, look, I just realized the third one hatched, actually. I don't know if, well, I was about to say, but I guess I answered my own question when I put a bit of thought into it. I was going to say, I don't know if they're capable of, like, sniffing stuff if you're not in the area, but then I realized obviously they wouldn't be because, like, the area isn't loaded. It just feels like, though, even if I am in the area, it seems like they don't really, seems like they don't really, like, do a lot of sniffing, so it's, like, kind of sucks a bit. Alright, that should be good for now. We have a lot of stacks of bricks here. I don't know if it will be enough to finish this, but we'll give it a shot. I also need to think of something to do with that back wall, because it's kind of difficult because a lot of it is like made out of sand, so it's gonna like collapse the beach a little bit. Um, but to be honest, I was thinking about having the auto smelters like in the wall there. Although it's like I don't really know where the storage room would be. It would have to be like kind of close to that. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make much sense. You know, if we had like the storage room like on the opposite side of the auto smelter, because there might be times where we have to like grab tons of stuff from storage and bring it over to the auto smelter. So it's like you kind of want those close together. Also, before stuff starts spawning, let me come back here. Just put down some torches. Fill this in. Honestly, though, I am really looking forward to Starfield. I haven't really been keeping track of like the exact days because I don't even know off the top of my head what the exact release date is. But what do you call it? I just know it's like early September, like pretty much at the start. Um, so I'm like really looking forward to playing it. I hope it's like a good game. I feel like it will be because there was a game, I think it was made by Obsidian, which like Bethesda allowed them to make Fallout New Vegas, which, you know, in a lot of ways people could probably argue was the best Fallout. Like in a lot of ways I prefer 3, but there were just so many good things about New Vegas that make it kind of stand out. But anyway, it was, I think, from Obsidian they made a game. I think it was called The Outer Worlds. I think there are 2 games, like, not made by Obsidian, but there's, like, one called The Outer Worlds and one called The Outer Wilds. I think The Outer Wilds is, like, an indie game, and I think The Outer Worlds was the one made by Obsidian. But, regardless, it's like The Outer Worlds wasn't really that great, but it was still, like, a decent game to kill time on. I hope that even if Starfield isn't, like, as good as it's hyped up to be, I hope it's at least like something decent to like run through like, you know, once or twice. Just to kill time, because yeah, at the moment I'm kind of out of stuff to really play that I'm interested in. That's like, you know, I think part of the reason why I haven't really been on as much on Minecraft. It's like, you know, it's kind of hard to like push myself to play. Sometimes, you know, I think about coming on, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I don't really have anything to do. I was even thinking about maybe not coming on now. But then I was like thinking, you know, it's like I was planning on, as I mentioned earlier, I was planning on coming on. I can probably like take out every other torch. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it. But yeah, I was planning on coming on this afternoon, but like I said, due to my like roof being worked on, it's like, you know, it was like too noisy, and I didn't really know if like I would need to possibly do anything to help. So I was like kind of almost on standby a little bit. And then by the time it, like, you know, towards when they were finishing up, it's like because I barely got any sleep, I was like so tired, then I was just like, alright, yeah, I'll go to sleep, and then maybe maybe we'll come on later, and, you know, that's kind of why we're here. But even then, you know, as I was also mentioning with Minecraft, it's like, I was also thinking about not coming on even still, because I was just like, yeah, you know, it's like I don't really have much to do on the server besides work on the base, which, you know, isn't really that enjoyable to, like, watch or for even me to do, even though I'm, like, the one playing, because it's not, like, a bad, it's just that, I feel like we're doing just like the same stuff over and over again, you know? It's like which we're probably gonna have to do again here because we're out of stuff. It's like I gotta brew water breathing and night vision potions, then we go out, get like tons of clay, put it into our smelter, and you know, we wait for that to cook up, and then once it's cooked up, then you know, um, then we like make it into blocks, and then we place the blocks down, and then it's like, you know, the cycle is repeated like so many times already, and based on the amount that's missing, we're probably gonna have to do it like twice more. So it's just kind of like a bit annoying at times. To actually like work on the base. Very like repetitive, unfortunately. Uh, do I have to add like a smithing template? Like, alright, we have coast armor. Let me just see. Smithing templates. First of all, we can finally remove this. Put it in here. Coast armor. Let me just see real quick. Does you act? Wait, hang on. Do you actually have to put a coast armor thing? Wow. Oh, hang on. Netherite material. Oh, I think I might have put it in the wrong spot. It's kind of interesting, though, because I can just, like, show this here. It seems like you can actually use netherite as, you know, like it says in the material. Server stopped. I really hope that didn't, like, auto-complete that. That would, like, really suck. But yeah, server's rebooting. One thing that sucks though, is like when we first hopped on, we couldn't join right away, so that's almost like an indicator that like, yeah, no one had played in a while, um, on the server, because, you know, obviously, like, normally if someone tried joining and it doesn't work, they, like, let me know, so the fact that we tried joining and it wasn't working just shows that, like, no one has loaded up in a while. So yeah, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with, the server. Because I actually don't know if there's an easy way for me to check. I think I have the server panel open still. Let me see. Player history. Is there a way to like filter this? Last scene. Let me just do 25. Uh, 08. And then 2023. Let me see if I can filter this. Why doesn't this work? Um, I just want to see. Is there a way to like? Oh yeah, if I click last scene. Okay, I see. I see. So there is a way to see who was on last. So besides me, Pizza Pro, and Banana, who got banned for cheating, besides us, before that, the last person that was on, like the last people that were on, were like me on my Java account and and Venus all the way back on the 21st of August. Now, after that, it's past midnight. It's the 25th. So that's like, when you think about it, that's pretty considerable. And then before that, it was the 20th, but I think that was because I was on, like, back-to-back days. Then before the 20th, there were like 4 or 5 people on the 20th. Then it was the 17th, there were 2 people. And then before that, then it was the 9th. So literally like 8 days in between. And then it was the 7th. And then from the 7th, it was the 4th. And then from the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd. Let me go back. Then from the 2nd, then it goes back to the 31st. Then from the 31st to the 29th, then to the 27th, 26th, 24th, and the 20th. So, yeah. So yeah, the server isn't really active, like, at all for the most part. For the most part, it's pretty much, like, me with, like, a couple other people that, like, load up here and there while I'm on, like, that are kind of regular, and then besides that, oh, yeah, look at that. You can't use black dye as the... Yeah, let me try using an ink sac. Helmet. Yeah, so you can't use, like, a black dye or an ink sac as the material. Ace of Dragon. How you doing? So if you want, like, a black armor trim, you have to use, netherite, which is kind of crazy. Alright, so... Trying to think, am I, like, missing something? What's up, Valerie? Okay, so... Oh, I remember now. I'm stupid. Yeah, it's been so long since I've actually done this. So... Helmet. Upgrade template, and then that. There we go. Acorn, it's me. Wait, what do you mean? Alright, so we have a full set. I don't know if that will really make a difference. At least now our, like, armor kind of matches, though. It's me, Tommy. Oh, you just changed your name. Okay, got you. I'll try and remember that, but yeah. I'm kind of surprised because I mean, I might be wrong about this, but with, like, Twitch usernames, I don't think you can get, like, a whole lot of name changes unless they changed it. I think at one point it was, like, you can only change your name once or something. Or maybe that's, like, if you change it to, like, a certain language, because I know, like, they at one point announced, like, a feature where you could change your name to, like, special characters from other languages, like Japanese and stuff, and then a bunch of people change their names, and they're like, oh, by the way, you can only do that change, like, one time. So now, like, sometimes you'll see people, and they'll have a username, and it will be, like, in Japanese, like, characters, but then in, like, brackets, it will have like their old username in English. Change back soon. I mean, you don't have to unless you were like planning on just changing it anyway. I was just mentioning it because yeah, it's like I was saying, it's like I'm kind of bad with the username. So I mean, I hope I remember that, but you know, there's always that chance that that I'll struggle to remember. Because when you had said like it's me, I like briefly clicked on your profile for like to bring up the preview, and it said you had been following already. So I was like, oh yeah, clearly you know whoever this is, like they've been here before. Hey, your current name. Did you like change it and then like you know it just didn't like grow on you or something? But yeah. I feel like that is one thing that's kind of hard is like picking a username that like actually kind of like sticks with you and you don't mind it. It has 69 in it. Oh, is that like why you don't like it? Yeah. I know like a lot of people can change their username though as like time goes on, you know. 'Cause sometimes people just don't like what they have. I've had this username for a really long time, but I think like I probably wouldn't change it. The only like time I thought about changing my name was would have been just to like as Acorn instead of Patriotic Acorn. But then like one day I was like looking up like the username and it's like someone had the account but it was like basically dead. Like I don't know if they ended up like selling it, or I think what most likely happened is if you look it up now, someone has that username now. I think the last time I checked they like stream Fortnite. But anyway, yeah, it's like I was thinking about trying to, like, I one time messaged that account, like, oh, you know, hello, is like this account still active? And they never responded. But then one day, you know, I checked, like, you know, a long time later, like maybe even years later, and I noticed that, yeah, someone now has that account, because Twitch has this, this sort of policy or whatever, where if like a Twitch partner, like if someone gets partnered on Twitch and like you're an inactive account, they can like request to get your username from you. So it's like, you know, I tried just like asking the person if they, whoever owned the account, if they were done using the username or whatever, and it's like I just never got a response. But I'm guessing that was because the account wasn't active, but because, you know, Twitch's like policy, like the partner who got it now is, you know, they just are able to be like, yo, I want this username, and then like the Twitch staff's like, all right, sounds good, and then just gives it away to them. But besides that, I don't think I'd ever like change my my name, because, you know, I've kind of like basically the story behind my name was just it was like my Xbox default gamer tag. Like I can kind of show it just in here, you know, excluding the dot in front because it does that for like Bedrock players on the server. It adds like a little dot in front of their name. You can see like my gamer tag there. So it was like just a randomly generated name on Xbox, but, you know, it kind of like stuck with me. Like I just didn't really have anything I wanted to change it to specifically, and I thought it like wasn't a bad name. So it's kind of been with me, like, you know, for so many years. I just don't think I would change it to anything other than like something like Acorn. I mean, maybe I'd like look it up and see if like anyone has the username Patriotic. I feel like that is probably taken. But yeah, I probably wouldn't change it to anything other than like what I have currently, but just in like a shorter form. But even then, you know, like I kind of like the sound of Acorn a lot better than Patriotic. So But yeah, I know like a lot of people that I used to like kind of associate with, like streamer friends and stuff. Like some of them have like changed their names multiple times throughout their sort of like streaming careers, just because yeah, sometimes you know you're just not like happy with your username, which can make like sense, you know. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Like sometimes it gets kind of like old or stale. You know, like perfect example is on Kick. I don't even think they're bots because like they actually respond to the stuff you say. You know what I mean? So I think they are real people, but like Kick has this like sort of almost like epidemic where there's just so many like accounts just going around to random channels and like they kind of follow. And then they're like asking like, oh, hey, how was your day? And sometimes they ask like other questions about like, you know, the game you're playing and stuff. And then they like start plugging their graphics related stuff. But the reason why I bring that up again is just because, like, you know, when they're plugging their graphics, obviously, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really interested. But then now I'm thinking about it, and like when I look at the panels and stuff, they are kind of like old, and like mine aren't even really like unique because you know they're just like from other places. Either they're like free to use, or like you know there's like sites where you can make your own, and like you know even though you're making your own, it's like the template is kind of the same for everyone. So it's just like the colors are like a bit different than everyone else's, but other than that, it's like the same kind of stuff. Surprised that it's a generated user. It's great. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like I kind of kept it for that reason. Like I thought it was a decent username. I think, you know, I guess you could always say that one of the downsides to it is it has the 6 at the end. I guess maybe that is one thing I could change at least on Xbox. Is, you know, just get rid of the 6. But even like with the 6, at least on Xbox, I think it's not a huge deal. Because, you know, with Xbox, that's more like for you actually playing stuff. I guess for like social media and stuff, I don't have the 6 there, so it's like a bit easier for like discoverability. And also, while we're like talking about usernames, I guess because you mentioned like the 69, I guess that is like one thing that I can kind of understand. As if you have like a lot of numbers in your name, it can be kind of hard for it can be kind of hard for people to find you, you know, if they look up your username, and it's like they have to enter in a ton of numbers, it's a lot harder to like memorize. Because even, you know, like we were just saying with my username, like instead of just Patriotic Acorn, it would be like probably a lot more difficult for people like searching it up if they also had to put like a number at the end. Because it's just like an extra thing you have to remember to go over 4 numbers. Yeah, I think like even then though, the more you add like the numbers, they would still kind of have that effect, you know. I think that's one thing that, I mean, obviously, you know, I'm not like hugely successful on the platform here, but I was gonna say, like, I guess in terms of usernames, that probably would be like something I would recommend is, yeah, like for usernames, I'd probably recommend like keeping it kind of like short and simple, because like I was saying, if I could change my my username, I probably just would go with Acorn, because you know, that's pretty much like what a lot of people like refer to me as anyway. Plus, you know, it's like super short, it's like easy to remember. So, you know, it's a lot easier for people to look up Acorn instead of Patriotic Acorn, you know. The longer it is, like, the more people have to, like, remember, and there's more, like, room for error, like, when they're typing it out. Because even if you have, like, 2 numbers or 4 numbers, it's like if they get one of those numbers wrong, there's a chance that you might not, like, appear in the search results. So, yeah, it's something to consider, for sure. Alright, looks like this sniffer hasn't grown yet. I want to see if I can get in here and just look in some of the hoppers, because I feel like by now they should have, like, done something. Although clearly not. I like Patriotic Unicorn. I like you too. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I do like you, but, you know, I was just making a joke about, instead of just, like, you talking about the username, talking about me, myself. But yeah, I appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, I've had the username for, like, so many years. I don't really know if I can check. Let me just type test and see if I can, like, click on my own username here. Chat. Yeah, my account was created November 10th, 2012. So that's, like, what, like, almost 11 years that I've had this account. And, you know, like I said, my account was originally like an Xbox generated username, so I don't even know if I can check, like, the date my Xbox account was created. But yeah, I remember my like, I don't know if I actually still have, like, it working, but I know back on my 360, before I even had Xbox Live, you could change your name to, like, whatever you wanted because it wasn't online. I think my username was, like, Star Killer, and then it had, like, some numbers, because, you know, like, back then on Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, the main guy was called Star Killer. So that was my username back then, but then once I got Xbox Live, it's like, you know, obviously you need, like, a unique username, so I think the one I had was already taken or whatever, and it was, like, prompting me to make a new thing. You can see the coal here is, like, kind of empty a little bit. Let me also check this. Is there a furnace there? No, so hang on a sec. Yeah, like, look at this. Why is there so much coal in the back here? Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but yeah, for some reason, these two front furnaces, they always get a lot more coal. I don't have Twitch Day. Good luck with your stream. I appreciate it, Dragon, or Tommy, you know, whichever you'd prefer me to refer to you as. But yeah, I appreciate you hanging with me. I hope you have a great night. Until next time. Take it easy. Alright, I think we're going to start brewing some potions because we're going to need to go and get more clay. Say, Tommy? Alright, sounds good. See ya, Tommy. I appreciate it. Alright, so... glass bottles. So we're going to make, like, 2 sets of night vision and then 2 sets of water breathing. We're already almost out of pufferfish, too, which is, like, a problem. Alright, 2 redstone. And 2 netherwort. So, netherwort, pufferfish. Alright, let's throw this in there. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I want to do. Obviously, we're, like, kind of almost getting ready to go and get more clay, but I'm not really sure what we'll do. I might not even, like, go and get more clay today. But regardless, we'll, like, brew up the potions. Just, so that way, you know, they're ready. So if we ever do need something to do, or we decide to go through and, and go and get some clay, you know, we'll have the stuff we need. Alright. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I really don't know why the sniffers are... Oh, here we go. I don't know if you have to be, like, really close to them. Yeah, can I breed them? Oh yeah, okay, hang on. Do we have another one of these? We do. Anyway, I was about to say that, like, I don't know why they, oh crap. Did they not lay an egg, or did I just, like, push them away too far? Oh, it probably went into a hopper. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, I really don't know why they take so long to like, sniff out stuff. Because it seems like they only do it, really, when I'm, like, right next to them. Because if I'm not next to them, then they just don't seem to really, like, do anything. Like, even if I'm at my base here, and I should be, like, close enough for them to still be loaded in, it's like I just don't really see any activity from them. I mean, there has been, I think, once or twice where I've, like, swooped into the pen, and there's been, like, some items there, but nothing, like, crazy. Alright, so let's do netherwort, gold carrots, redstone. But anyway, yeah, Botrix is, like, something I use for the multi-streaming stuff. What do you call it? The new, like, chat widget thing they have, I really wish they added, a way to get it into OBS. Because the current thing I have is, like, very... like, not good. Like, basically how it works is you have to, like, install and set up stuff on Google Chrome, and then once it's all set up properly, inside of Google Chrome, you have to, like, load up each individual page for, like, the site you're on. You have to go to, like, the chat window, and you have to click pop out. Oh, I think one of them just finished growing up. Yeah, look at that, now we have 3 fully grown ones. Oh, here we go, one of them is, like, digging stuff up. Did that go into the hopper? Or I think it might have, like, canceled out, because maybe, maybe, like, they pushed them or something. I think one thing I might end up doing as well is maybe, like, to optimize it a bit more, is to, like, put them on a leash in, like, all the 4 corners, that way they can't, like, run into each other, and maybe then we'll have, like, 1 or 2 unleashed. That way they can, like, roam wherever they want. Because, you know, it's a kind of small pen for how large these creatures are. I think this guy's found something. Yep, here we go. Oh. It's like, I think it, like, canceled out because they're, like, just walking into them. If you look, like, all 3 of them are so close to each other. I think they're, like, canceling out their animations, almost. Anyway, we'll let that sit for a little bit. But yeah, I really do like playing Minecraft. It's like always so relaxed. Um, Thankfully, even with like, you know, when we sometimes get like cheaters coming on with like the anti-cheat, it like rolls back them trying to cheat, and you know, it's like super easy to like kick them and like have server logs and all this other stuff. So it's like actually like before it was still enjoyable to play Minecraft even on Bedrock. It just that the problem was is with no like anti-cheat protection, it was like we had to play really cautiously, and griefing was an issue on like every server we had, and even on this server it's still an issue. You know, like we've had this bridge like griefed like 3 times, I think, at least twice, maybe even 3 times now, because it's not as part of my plot. I think there's a chance I might actually like because I expanded the plot limit. I don't know whose like base this is up here, but there's a chance I might actually expand my plot like back beyond this base. That way we can have like the back part of the island also part of the plot. And also, that way we can have the bridge in the plot as well. And then maybe we can also do stuff in the river, too, to make it look nice. Because part of the reason, like, you know, even with just this bridge, is because it's been destroyed multiple times. It just shows that, you know, we can't really do stuff outside of our plot because it is still in danger. It's kind of interesting, too, though, because it seems like people assume that I mean, in a sense, I basically have built the bridge because, as I said, it's been destroyed multiple times, and each time I was the one that rebuilt it. So in a sense, this bridge basically is mine. But I was going to say, like, the first time, I guess they assumed I had built it because it connected my, like, the area where my place is at to this place. But it's kind of interesting because no one ever griefs the houses that other people are building. But it's like, you know, it seems like this bridge is like a target very frequently. But like I said, I think that is probably because people assume that I was the one that built it, even though initially that wasn't the case. I don't know if Coolman actually ended up finishing this tower. I don't think he did, because you can see the top is still open, and obviously on the inside here, it's there isn't really anything in there, so I don't think he actually ended up finishing that, but to be honest, that's like, you know, that's fine, just because I don't really blame him, because, you know, he was putting a lot of work into, like, a lot of builds, and, you know, that's, like, kind of time-consuming, and I'm not 100% sure if he was actually even enjoying building that stuff. I mean, hopefully he was, but I'm not sure. Because, you know, I don't want him to feel forced to finish that stuff or to build stuff. Alright, let me put this in this chest. I'll just fill this in. I also just realized, yeah, that is close to breaking. I think we still have, yeah, this one. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of the rain. If I had to take a guess, though, it's probably clear already. And by that, we have our answer. I'll probably only be on, like, another 30 minutes or less. Maybe a bit more if we're, like, doing something, like, in the middle of something. Like, maybe we'll go out and try and find more clay or something. But, yeah, hang on, let me swap these out. I think it's turning night. Let me get some more fireworks. But yeah, oh, whoops! I just realized we're gonna need some stuff. But I guess we have to come here anyway. Plus to like sleep. So we'll sleep, get fireworks. All right. I could always cheese it and just like activate the admin menu. I think maybe we'll bring like 4 potions, just because we'll probably use night vision to actually see where like stuff is. I'm gonna go in this direction. Wow, look at that. That's pretty crazy. I think we have to, like, stay away from the ocean. I think what we need is, you can see there's a bit of clay down there. But I want to try and find, like, a large patch of it somewhere. But I think we need to, like, be kind of what we're doing now, like, over mainland. I mean, there's still, like, a bit too much water here, and this almost is like an ocean. Oh, look, someone's house. Whose is this? It's like really ominous. As soon as we get into the attic, it like plays like really ominous noises. I'm not gonna like take their stuff, obviously. I'm just like more curious. Look, we have another portal. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know whose this is, but if I had to take a guess, I mean, maybe this is someone that still plays on the server, actually. I mean, that is like a definite possibility. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this place just so I have like a record of it, just in case I ever need to get back here. I know this almost seems like stalkerish, but but anyway, yeah. You can see there's like a cobble bridge there. But yeah, we found someone's house finally out in the wild, which like wasn't at spawn. Which is pretty cool. That means like I'm gonna try and go like a bit further out, because I don't want to like, you know, just take out clay from like right next to someone's base. But I'm kind of happy we actually found someone's base for once. I almost hope though that whoever's base that is, I hope that is someone's that still plays on the server, because as you could have seen when we were in their base there, is that like it looks like there was like areas hollowed out for like future rooms, but like obviously it's unfinished, so like I kind of hope that whoever's that was, that, you know, that they still play. But, you know, as we mentioned earlier, there aren't very many people that play very often, so I think it's kind of unlikely, unfortunately. Unless, yeah, like, it is one of the few people that still load up here and there. Because other than that, yeah, it's like, you know, there just isn't really a lot of people playing, unfortunately. But as I mentioned before as well, I don't think there's really anything I can do about that at this point. Because, you know, the server's kind of, like, a bit late into the game. Because, I feel like a lot of people, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, because, for the most part, people can do their own thing on the server, so, like, they don't really need to, like, do anything with me on the server. But I was going to say, I feel like a lot of people probably want to join a server that is, like, created around the time that they're joining, but the server, even though, like, we've been inactive, like, for almost a month now, like, we haven't really been on very much. The server itself has been up, I think, like, basically, like, 2 months now, at least. Because I think I got, like, a week or two, like, free or something, or like maybe it was the first month was like slightly discounted or something, but I think I've been like charged for it at least like twice now, maybe even 3 times. So the server itself is at least like 2 or 3 months old. So the point I'm trying to make with that is, yeah, like I think a lot of people when they're looking to join a server, they kind of want like to join normally when it's still close to like where they're at, in terms of joining. Because if you're, like, if someone sees, like, Netherite, we still do get, like, sometimes people joining, but, I think a lot of people would prefer, like, people that are around the same progress as them, like, either, like, because we have Netherite, so I feel like a lot of people might be, like, intimidated to join, when they see we have, like, Elytra wings and, like, Netherite and stuff like that. Because that just means, like, it basically is an indication that the server probably has been around a long time if I have, like, such valuable gear with, like, insane enchantments and that kind of thing. But yeah, it'd be nice if we could get, like, a lot of new people joining, but, sometimes when people join, you never, like, see them again, and then sometimes, it's like, I noticed, like, it's happening more often. Like, a lot of the people that do ask to join recently have been kind of like trolls. Let me get my shulker box out. Because, yeah, I don't really know exactly, like, what it is. I think one thing I've done now is, you could see I changed the title. At least on Twitch. Because we've gotten some, like, trolls from Kick, like, not very many, but I think we have had, like, 2 or 3 people at least. But, like, I mainly find that, like, because of, Twitch is kind of, like, the larger platform, that we do get, like, more trolls from, oh, that's cool that there's, like, grass under the wall. It, like, went over here, but yeah, that's cool that there's grass there. I guess someone, like, destroyed something there, maybe it just generated a weird. But anyway, yeah, more people show up on Twitch, like, looking for ways to troll. Which is kind of unfortunate, because, I'm just here to, like, chill. Weird has a pumpkin there. But anyway, yeah, I'm here to just, like, chill and relax, just play some Minecraft, have a good time. But, there are ways to tell. I mean, I guess I can say it now because we don't have anyone on the server besides myself. But there are ways to, like, tell right off the bat, if, like, certain indicators, if someone's gonna, like, cause problems. And, like, they're very effective. Like, just the way people, like, act in chat before they join, like, is a good indication on, like, whether or not someone will cause problems. And, like, I'll just say, like, right away, one thing that is, like, I guess one of the indicators is when you get, like, people that join in groups. Like, I'll just be sitting here doing whatever, and then out of nowhere, you'll get, like, a huge explosion of people asking to join. Because that's, like, something I've noticed when people are, like, trolling and, like, causing problems on the server and stuff, is that, it's normally, like, more than one person. Like, they'll join in groups of, like, 2 or 3, which is, like, something I find so, like, strange. Like, it's kind of cringy and just kind of sad that, like, there's literally, like, groups of people, and that's, like, their kind of, like, hobby or, like, pastime, It's like they're just, like, bored, and they're like, yeah, let's go looking for people to to like annoy, like join their server and either try like griefing or like, sometimes they're saying like messed up stuff in the chat. Because that happened like not too long ago. We had like a group of like 3 or 4 players. I think it was like actually 4 or 5 people that joined at like the same time. When I was looking at the logs, like I didn't check like every single like message, but when I was skimming through the logs, like 3 out of the at least 4 people that joined, they were saying like really bad things on like signs in the world and like in the actual like in-game chat as well. So like I ended up like having to ban those people, but it's like I could tell right away that like that there was gonna be problems. But there was why I bring that up. It's just because like I was saying there are certain like indicators that you can like tell that like there's probably gonna be problems with certain people. I know this is kind of like cheesy, but I'm just gonna set it today. Even though we have night vision. Let me put this down. But yeah, whoever's house we stumbled across, it was definitely pretty nice. Like it was nice finding someone's base out in the wild, and then it was also like cool. I like this rock formation. Like look at that. That's pretty sick. And even like over here, it almost looks like a bunker, like someone was trying to live there or something. Let's try and grab this coal. We need coal for the auto smelter, so if there's like a really easy to grab coal like this, then we gotta kind of grab it while we have an opportunity. I'll leave that one because that one is like probably really deep in there. I don't want to like destroy too much of like the natural formation. So like if there's that one piece of coal sticking out, that means I probably have to go like really deep into the rock to get all of it, so. This isn't what we want, by the way. Where it's like stone like this. Like it's good for coal, but because we're like mainly looking for clay, we need to be in an area where there's more like rivers and stuff like that. I know there was more coal there, but like I said, I don't want to like go too deep into the rock. That actually looks like a really nice, holy crap. Let me, you can see no one's been here before because it's like just loading in, like the water just started flowing. Can I like hide the HUD? Video. I think that's like a really nice screenshot. Alright. Video. Like, isn't this crazy? Like, that looks really nice. There's even like a little cave there. Looks like there's some goats there. Looks like there's a huge, wow. And is that emerald? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna leave that actually because we don't need that. But it looks like that cave goes really far down. So like, whoever comes here someday, if ever, hopefully they get like a good cave down there. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying before, this is like an area we don't want because you can see it's like basically ocean. That looks like a possible good cave too, or like a jungle. Um, but yeah, we want like an area with like shallow rivers. That way we can easily harvest clay. But you can see even here in the jungle, the rivers are like pretty deep. This also looks like really nice, this jungle. There's just like so many trees and it's like so lush. I think that's one thing I always really like about the jungle biomes is that it's kind of sucks because like there's too much trees. So it's like difficult to actually like do anything in the jungle because, you know, you have to like clear out so much stuff to even get like a chance to like build stuff here. But I think that is one thing I like about it is like how green it is. You know, like how green the grass is and like the leaves if you grow like trees there and stuff. It's like a really nice like vibrant color. All right. More jungle. But yeah, I'll probably be getting off like somewhat soon here, like 20 to 30 minutes. We're still just trying to find clay. But yeah, it's funny because like we're getting like really unlucky in a lot of ways. I'm gonna sit here and wait for the world to load. It's like kind of struggling because it's like a lot of new terrain. When I get off though, I'll leave all my stuff like plugged in because I think I mentioned this once before when Cool Man was like talking about PC stuff. Basically like my setup is almost like kind of portable, you know, like not only because I use my laptop, but it's like once I'm done, it's like I unplug everything and like put it back the way it was so like other people can use like the TV and stuff with all like without all like the stuff hooked up like, you know, Ethernet and the capture card and all this other stuff. So what do you call it? My setup's kind of like portable in that sense that like each time I go on, ooh, Jungle Temple. So it's portable in the sense that like each time I go on, I actually like, you know, I normally plug it in and then when I'm done, I unplug it, but I'll leave everything plugged in to kind of like give myself, that little bit of, I think we have been here before, maybe. Yeah, I think this was the one we were at, like, a long time ago. Possibly. But anyway, yeah, I'll leave everything plugged in to give myself that little bit of an extra push to go on. I wanted to, like, see around here now that we are actually at one of these structures. I don't know if this is true, but, like, wasn't there supposed to be, like suspicious dirt around here? Or, like, obviously it looks like it's just total cobblestone. Yeah, I don't really want to, like, dig too far. Yeah, it looks like just regular dirt, so I don't even know if you can get stuff from there. But I think we have been to that jungle temple, obviously, or at least someone has if it wasn't me, but I think that was the one we were at before. I also don't remember the coordinates of my base off the top of my head, but I think we might even be going back in that direction. Because, you know, you can see there's ocean here. More jungle, it seems. Well, sort of. It's like an island. Now that I'm looking at that, that actually would be a decent spot to build like a mini base. I mean, you know, it would have like ups and downs you could see even with like an island like that. Because it's like, you know, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's still somewhat close to spawn, like a couple thousand blocks away. So it's like, it's still like probably easy to find. But at the same time, when you're out in like the middle of the ocean, it's like probably won't be found as often. Now look at that. Sand's like collapsing. Another jungle. Now looks like there's a cave down there. Yeah, I think where we went though for clay was like kind of bad because like, you know, you can see we just keep running into oceans, or when we are on like mainland, there isn't really any like rivers um where we can get clay at. So I think like going forward, we just won't go in this direction for clay. I mean, there's some here, so maybe we'll do a quick pit stop. I'm gonna set it today just so they start like burning. Sick. But yeah, I think this goes without saying, but we won't be finishing our base before Starfield comes out. I might have to like wait and see what happens with the server. Because I have to like double check. Actually, maybe I can do that because I have the panel open. Minge billing. View details. I can't tell if this is just like a really laggy or like what. Alright, yeah, the next renew date is September 7th. So we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens between now and then, but I think there's a chance I might not end up renewing it. You know, obviously, like I've mentioned before, this world is like the goal is to have it as like the sort of long-term server. So even if I temporarily, even if I temporarily like stop hosting the server while like, you know, we play Starfield, and then like later in the year we also have Naruto. when I do decide to bring up the server again, you know, we'll be going with this server. But yeah. It'll be kind of interesting, though, because I think we've only started up a world again, like, once before, and it was, like, the last Bedrock server we had. And I think the reason why I did that is because, yeah, you know, like, it was a kind of small update. So it didn't really warrant, like, starting from scratch, and obviously I had a base I wasn't even close to finishing. But, you know, it will be interesting, because I think, in terms of Minecraft, that is one of the things that kind of keeps me going on it, is, like, the progression aspect, because I'm not really a good builder or anything. So, like, if it's just, like, if we load up and, like, we already have, like, you know, netherite tools like we have now and stuff, and, like, a lot of good armor, it's, like, I'm not really sure how long or successful that server will be. I mean, obviously, in a sense, it would still be this server, but, because, you know, the server has been up, like, 2 months now. And there's a chance, you know, I'll probably maybe consider leaving it up for, like, one more, maybe, but at the same time, you know, like I was saying earlier, before I was just going with the assumption that there were still some people logging on, but when I was looking earlier at the actual list, yeah, I think the only time people seem to be loading up now are either, like, the occasional new people that we get, a lot of which end up, like, getting banned, because, like, you know, I was also mentioning earlier, we're getting, like, an increase in, like, people joining that are, like, just trolling, and, like, you know, causing problems. So, like, a lot of the people that have joined recently have just, like, ended up, being banned. But besides the people that have been banned, and besides, like, myself, the only real people that are joining are, like, yeah, the occasional, like, actual new person that isn't trolling. But normally you don't see them beyond, like, the first time that they join. And then, like, the occasional, like, regular that has played on the server, like, a decent bit. But they only seem to be joining, like, when I'm on the server. And even then, it's, like, pretty brief, so... Yeah, doesn't really look that good in terms of, you know, possibly keeping the server up. Because I was planning on, you know, like, perfect example is if you look below the... At least if you're on, Let me just throw out some of this junk. Crap, it's, like, going to where I don't want. I was kind of planning with, like, Starfield, at least, like, maybe keeping the server up, like, the first month that I'm on, but that was, like, assuming that there were still, like, people playing, but also if, yeah, if you're on Twitch below the stream, is kind of, like, I guess, you know, a plug for it. There's a panel there for a mobile game if you install it through my link. If you do !Mars in the chat, or if you install it through that panel. If you, on the game, once it's installed, if you hit Command Center level 4 and level 8, and you join an alliance, it, like, helps me out. The more, like, tasks out of those that you complete, the better. But my point being is I was hoping to use stuff like that to continue to fund the server, but that also isn't really getting too much participation. But like I was saying, also, if you just look at, like, the amount of people that are on the server, it's, like, not many people are really playing. So I think, like, the way it looks right now, unless something changes in the next, like, week or two before we switch to Starfield, then I'm probably not going to end up renewing the server. Like, I'll have to ask the people with Apex, you know, like, what is the procedure? Like, because, you know, I kind of want to keep the layout of what we have at the moment. Because, you know, obviously we have, like, all these plugins set up and all that stuff, so I don't want to lose our, like, save data and stuff. Like, if I ever... Well, not if, but, like, when I revisit the server at some point, I want to be able to just log into the server panel, like, you know, click like renew the subscription, and then like bam, like, you know, servers back up, and then we're good to go. Like same IP and all this other stuff. Um, Maybe let me drink a couple of these. Because yeah, I don't want to like lose the setup that we have with the current server, because especially with some of the plugins, like setting that up was like kind of a nightmare. And also, now that I think about it, I think towards the end of August, I think the anti-cheat expires. Because we have an anti-cheat, but we're using the free version, and I think like at the end of August, it like loses support for the free version. So then if you want the anti-cheat, you have to like do a one-time kind of like purchase of it, which is, you know, I understand in a sense, you know, like people wanting to make money. I mean, you know, obviously. That's just kind of the way the world works. Alright, I'm gonna throw away the sticks, because we don't really need those either. But yeah, it kind of sucks because, yeah, once the free version isn't supported anymore, then it's like, you know, then I have to kind of put out more money. So I think that almost in a sense like justifies stopping the server like after that point, because like the next time we'll be playing on the server once Starfield comes out will probably be once there's a new update. What can we get rid of? Now let me just make sure. Actually, I think this is full, right? Yeah. I guess we'll get rid of the wood. Actually, maybe not. The clay isn't, like, that valuable. I'd rather have the planks. The sticks, yeah, you know, it was, like, reasonable to get rid of that. Kind of sucks, because we finally found, like, a good patch here with a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of clay. Acorn base. Instead of just giving myself the bricks, I think I will, give myself coal, though. Like a little bit of cheese going on. I need to look up, though. What is this? Alright, let me close this. Favorites. Give command. Alright, block of coal. I'm gonna give myself, some coal, because, I know this is, like, cheesy, but, we went out and got the clay legitimately, and we'll wait for it to cook up, legitimately, too. It's just that, we're, like, kind of really low on coal, and it's like, I don't really want to waste even more time, you know, getting coal. So we're gonna do a little bit of cheese. Coal block, and then 64. I'll do it like twice. I know it's like super cheesy, but it ain't easy being cheesy. Alright, that's full. Alrighty. I'm just gonna, like, stack this full of coal. And then I think maybe we'll, like, cheese a little bit more. Just do, like, one more stack. This should be enough to last, like, an incredibly long amount of time, so I don't think we'll need to cheese it, like, you know, for a long time. And... look at that. Gorgeous. They all turn on. Alright. I'm probably gonna be getting off here, like, very shortly. Let me just put this stuff away. Actually, maybe I'll hold on to this coal. We'll go put this over here. Alright, I want to check on my phone. Botrix, support. Okay, active alert. Let me refresh this. Alright, widgets, chat. YouTube. Kick, bot messages, no. Hide commands, no. Show platform icons, yes. Alright, I want to see something. Let me turn the screenshot off. True, true, true. Alright, let me turn on visibility on this. I just want to, like, see if we can get this working really quick before I get off. Yeah, see, like, for some reason, YouTube isn't, like, showing up on that. Maybe let me load up Kick real quick. Kick. Let me just load up the creator dashboard. Oh, you can probably hear me. For some reason, the video isn't there. What the... Ah, man, I hate when crap does not work properly. Like, I can't even see. Is it, like, just glitched, or what's happening here? Alright, let me just type test, I guess. Test. Does that work? Yeah, see, like, it works on Kick. Botrix. And is there a way to see, like, the viewer list? Whoops. Let me close that. Community moderation participants. Okay, that's probably why I don't think Botrix is even in there. Just trying to, like, check if this is, like, gonna work. Let me, like, make the camera like this. That way it actually, like, has, like, a nice background. Alright, let me turn that off. And, profile. We're on YouTube, signed in. Widgets. Event labels, emotes on screen. Draws, alerts. I really don't know why it's like this. Oh, hang on. I found it out. Confirm. English, confirm. Confirm. And if I turn chatbot off, alright. Chatbot on, confirm. Alright, profile. Now let me check some other stuff. Widgets, chatbot. Alright, we don't need chat alerts for Twitch. Yeah, let me load up, actually, I can probably just go into this. Alright, so yeah, Botrix is working on... Let me... do this. So it's working on Kick and Twitch. Um, profile, go back to YouTube. Chap, oh, man. Okay, now we're good. Modules. Alright, let me see if this works. Oh, there we go. For some reason, it posted it twice. Test. Yeah, for some reason, it's showing the message twice. Let me go. Widgets, chat. Oh well, I'll just leave it like that. Maybe it's an error. Or maybe I'll have to like wait and see if like someone posts on YouTube. Like besides me, because that could be one of the reasons, like why it's like not working properly is like maybe because it's like because I'm the channel owner. Maybe it's for some reason like registering it twice or something. I just wanted to have a quick look in here. I don't know if they've been doing stuff, but it doesn't really look like it unless they've been doing it on the parts that don't have a hopper. Anyway, though, I'm gonna call it here. Like I said, I'll leave my stuff plugged in, so that way it's like easier for me to hop on tomorrow. So yeah, I appreciate everyone chilling. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you next time. Be sure to check out the panel below. Like I said, if you can check out the game there. I don't know what that dolphin is doing. That is like very strange. But yeah, if you check out the panel in the description, if you could install the game, and get to Command Center level 4, 8, and then also join an alliance, those goals would help me out, so I would appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, I should be on tomorrow. So yeah, I appreciate everyone chilling. Have a great night, and I will see you next time.